I just finished this 500-foot deer fence with a full top rail and a 10-foot gate. It goes around 3 sides of the property and into the house on one side and a garage on the other. This house belongs to a craftsman and his wife, a timber framer. There's some timber framing. And he's just almost retired. It's always nice to be hired by a craftsman. I consider myself a craftsman in my own way. So it's nice to be appreciated by another one. I call mine Flintstones carpentry. And so he pulled out the fence and did a lot of clearing, and I came along and I joined into this. This is a sliding gate here. Goes out to the property line, and then there was a drop off, and we moved a pile of sand and did a bunch of clearing, and then I sort of put it along the edge of the drop off to the other property. I guess this yard had quite a lot of fill in it, and the next door neighbors didn't. So down here, and as you can see, I've left the rail down a foot and a bit on this one, kind of so I can even out the irregularities of the land, but still push the wire mesh right down to the bottom to give you very little gap. And here, all around each of the old fence posts, it was a panel fence, had a cement base. And the cement bases are always a problem to deal with. And I suggested digging a hole in the corner here that's low and wet, and digging a huge hole and burying them all in the corner and using the topsoil to raise up the level. So that's what we did. You can see the softer bit here. I dug a huge, I don't know, 5 foot deep, 10 feet wide hole, and then there was a drain here, and I said, well, let's make a drain pit. So we took some old landscaping fabric and we moved the extension pipes out of the hole from underneath the landscaping. We'll put over the rocks and over here, and then it's ready to tie in here. So that was a score. That was what those cement things were. So he didn't even think of that, so it was nice to add. And I don't do it to upsell, it just makes sense while you're at it. And then we come along here, nice tight wire, a little bit of irregularities on the ground, a bit of a hump. And next time I do this top rail a foot down or a bit down, I'm going to remember that I don't have to move that one up like that. I measured from the ground. I can keep that more or less level, or a lot less, and it will look great from the house because you won't really see the wire, you'll just see the rail. But anyway, each fence gets a little bit better. I'm always improving. There's only one join in the wire in this whole job, and it's right here. I came out from the house, down the length, turned at the corner, and came to here in 330 feet. And then the rest of it, I stapled here without cutting it and pulled it all the way up to the top. So there's very little waste. And he cleared one of these old growth stumps from this bit here. He had a big machine in, cleared a huge stump, did a whole bunch of stuff. Another lovely customer. And then we come in behind these apple trees and back to the house. And I suggested a 10-foot gate here because there was no vehicle access to the backyard, and it's nice to have. I like to think in Lego, and I suggest things. It's my systems project background. Doesn't want to not have a backyard without access. There we go, job done. That was fun.